everybody, it's Larry Carpenter. I'm back here for another cook. Today's New Year's Day and I bought a 5.5 pound ribeye roast, otherwise known as prime rib, standing roast without the bone, etc, etc. Very expensive cut of meat, special occasions only like today, so this is what I'll be doing. Let's start looking at the fire first, shall we? I already got a fire started. It's kind of hard to see down there with the smoke. But I got a small pile of fire going. I got some wood chunks in there and some lump. What I'm going to do is add a deflector shield, a drip pan, and a deflector shield, a drip pan, and the actual grate on top, and then the meat. So let me get that stacked up. Let me pause here. I got the first grate on and my deflector shield. I also, before I put on my drip pan, I always like to put like a little standoff of crumpled foil. You know, it's got some air pockets in there. It keeps the drip pan just enough off the high heat of the fire right underneath it to keep it from scorching the contents of my pan, which include some celery, some onion, some carrots, and a little bit of water. Okay. Alright, as you can see, I just put my deflector shield, my drip pan, and my top grate on to get preheated. I'm going to attach my Maverick temperature probe onto the grate to measure temperature. Okay, I'm back. See, now you can see I got my little probe attached there, mounted to my Maverick over to the right, upside down actually right now, and I'm ready to preheat this thing up to about 400 degrees. Okay, everybody, temperature's up to about actually 415, a little higher than I thought, but that's okay. I'll just turn down the vents a little. Here's my 5 pound ribeye roast, covered in fresh garlic, cracked pepper, some thyme, sea salt. I'm going to throw that sucker on right now. So you'll open the vent, grab the meat, put it right over the drip pan, hear that sizzle, close it up, and keep an eye on it. I want to try to get it back down to about 400, but 425 is okay too. Everybody, the food's been on for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, but I wanted to just check on things really quick here. You open the lid, and what I can see is a nice crust starting to form. The drippings are starting to drip, and it's about 405 degrees right now, internal temperature to the Kamado. It's only about 63 degrees internal meat temperature right now. I'm going to be putting on my potatoes next. Alright, I threw on my potatoes. Let me show you what I did with this Kamado. I like this Akorn grill because I can actually put an actual tray that hangs from the back, mounts to the grill, and overhangs. I lined it with foil and put a lot of red potatoes actually in there with rosemary, sea salt, and coarse black pepper, and olive oil. Alright, everybody, it's been a couple hours here. I've been fluctuating with temperature between about 375 and about 415, which is fine. I already took off the potatoes. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show that to you because I was kind of, short on hands here. But I did take off the potatoes, and what I have left here is my roast, which is about ready to come off. It's about 140 right now, which is medium. I wanted to take off a few degrees earlier, but I got sidetracked in the house. So you can kind of see here, if I move this out of the way, how beautiful this roast is. Coming around the side here. Yeah, but it's ready to come off, about 140. I'm going to let it rest in the cooler for about a half hour. Alright, got it wrapped up. Going in the cooler. Just going to put that in there for, I don't know, maybe a half hour. Alright, now that I have the rib roast in the cooler, I pulled off the drippings. I'm going to try to make a little bit of au jus in here. So you can kind of see everything burned down quite nicely. Didn't scorch. Delicious. So I'm going to pour that into the fat separator I have to get rid of some of the fat, as well as the chunks and bits and blacky bits from the grill, which wouldn't be so good. So there we go. So now I'm going to let that sit for a little bit and separate the fat. I'm going to pour that off into a little side container and use that for au jus. Alright, everybody, I got the au jus there in the pan, as you can see, ready to pour on the food. Those are the potatoes I had on earlier, looking really good. And I also made some horseradish cream sauce at home, really fluffy, really spicy. So between these three and the rib roast, it'll be delicious. Alright, and here we go. Full plate served up. Got the potatoes, prime rib there, or rib roast with a little bit of the au jus dribbled on top, some of my homemade horseradish cream, and a Parker House roll I made myself as well. So that is my meal for New Year's Day.